So guess what? I quit my job. Yeah. All right. I quit my job. I put my 2-week notice in on July 29th. It is now August the 6th. It is the 6th, right? Yeah, I think so. It is now August the 6th, Tuesday. This is my first week not having a job since quitting. Last week was my last weekend. I feel amazing. Let me tell you guys why I did this. I went to school and I majored in birth through kindergarten education. After I graduated from the illustrious Fayetteville State University, Bronco Pride, I felt stuck. Even though I graduated with my bachelor's in birth through kindergarten education, I still was asking God to reveal to me my purpose. I didn't know what my passion was. My passion wasn't in teaching. I just was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just major in this. I've always had a thing for journalism, but I was too afraid to go after that. If I was the me that I am now, I definitely would have. But like I said, I majored in birth through kindergarten education, and I felt like because I majored in that, I had to work in, the system, the education system. I've done that. I've worked in childcare for a number of years, and it doesn't bring me any type of fulfillment. I don't like it. Working with kids is just not for me. No offense to the kids that I've worked with, but kind of, because they are bad. It just wasn't my passion. My heart wasn't there. And who wants a teacher like that? Of course I did, what I had to do. I did things to reach the children, but it's just like, I don't get anything out of this. And I know that sounds bad, but it's just not for me. A few months ago, I hit up my girl, Jalen, who was also my line sister. She writes resumes. The name of her business is actually Adrenne, Adrene. Yeah, that might be wrong. I'll just post it below. I'll post her business below in the caption. So I hit her up and I was like, you know what, sis? I'm ready to take a leap of faith and change my career. I know I have a degree in education, but this is not what I want to do. She was all for it. She had helped me. She created this bomb resume that made me stand out. It included, my experience as a podcaster. It included events that I've spoken at, events that I've hosted, panels that I've been on, and it also included listening content for whoever to listen to, whoever I sent my resume to. It was great. It's great. She helped me out with that. So guys, this is my girl, Jalen Jones' business card. If you are in need of a professional resume, definitely hit her up. She is great at what she does and you will not regret it. Shout out to you, Jalen. So Jalen, if you're watching, and I know you are because you're also a wonderful supporter, I just really want to thank you for believing in me and creating such a bomb resume for me to jump off the cliff with, to go after my dreams with. So thank you so much for that. I was working in education in a child care center, and it just, like I was saying, it just wasn't for me. I just didn't feel fulfilled. That's not where my heart is. I'm not passionate about that. I started a podcast with my child's father, who is also my boyfriend, Terence
Toni
and Terence,
the podcast.
We started a podcast last year. And since starting that podcast, it's like everything that I've ever wanted. I'm talking to my generation. They can relate to things that me and my boyfriend go through as far as co-parenting, relationships, and everyday life. I enjoy recording it. I enjoy my YouTube channel, recording for my YouTube channel. I enjoy editing videos. And I'm just like, well, is this my passion? I believe so. And so I'm just like, it's like something, it doesn't feel like work. And I'm like, that's it. They always said, if you're passionate about something, if you're passionate about your job, it's not going to feel like work. And it doesn't feel like work. And I'm like, this is it. This is what I want to do. I've always admired, like people who have jobs as like news broadcasters, radio hosts. I've always wanted to do that. So I'm putting myself out there now. My line sister who orchestrated my resume is geared toward me getting a job into radio broadcasting, something that I want to do, something that I am passionate about, something that is going to fulfill me, not feel like work, but I want to experience that. So I'm taking this leap of faith. I quit my job and I'm just ready. I'm just ready to experience all that life has for me and to not be stuck in a job that doesn't pay me enough or doesn't appreciate me enough, or, where I can't grow. I don't want to be stuck anywhere where I can't grow, because there's more to life than just working 8 hours a day, going home, going to sleep, waking up and just doing it again. I don't want to be that type of robot. I don't want to be anybody's robot. And that's why I realized that working a desk job or working at a childcare center just isn't for me, because it doesn't bring me joy. It doesn't bring me happiness. And I don't want a job where I have to convince myself to get out of bed to make money, or, walk into work and just wish that 5 o'clock or 5:30 would hurry up and get here. That's not what life is about. I'm convinced there's so much more, and I just refuse to settle. I really applaud my generation, because it's so many people starting their own businesses, and it's so motivating. It's motivating to me because they're going after what they want. They're not settling for less than what they deserve. So thank you so much for all of you who have motivated me to jump off the cliff. And I hope that whoever is thinking about going after your dreams, or thinking about going after something that you're passionate about, I hope that I'm motivating you right now to do it. Since turning in my 2-week notice, I've just gotten so many signs that this is the right thing to do. I've seen so many motivational videos. There's a clip that I'm actually going to share with you all from Jasmine Star. She was talking about how she was in law school and she quit. She quit law school because she just was not happy. She just went to the office and was just like, you know what? I'm done with this. She was saying how when your purpose and your passion intersect, basically that's when you're living life. That's when you're really going after what you want. It's like you're unstoppable, and that's where I am now. I'm just so ready. Like, I feel like I'm living life. Even though I don't have a job, I still feel free. I still feel so good about my decision. I feel like it's the best decision that I've ever made, because I'm going after what I want, and I hope that you do too.
I don't know what's on the other side for you, but what I can tell you, it's in the pursuit of figuring out what your purpose is and what your passion is. And when your purpose and your passion intersect, there, my friend, you are going to find so much fulfillment.
Now, I know what I've done. People might say it's crazy. I've gotten a lot of comments saying, this takes a lot of courage, to up and quit your steady 9-to-5 job, to not have basically a set backup plan. And it is pretty crazy. It is courageous. Like, this is out of my character, but it feels good. So I decided to interview a few people to see if I'm the only one who has this crazy mindset. And I also wanted to know why we settle for jobs that we're not happy with. I wanted the people that I interviewed, we had a conversation, and I'm just going to say, go after your dreams. Don't be stuck in no job that you're not happy with. Don't settle just because the money might be good. I mean, if the money's good, maybe. But if you're just down and depressed about your job, and you just, every day it's something, get out. That's what I had to do. I had to get out. And that, not even just this past job, all the jobs before that. I'm just like, I don't want to do this. I'm not doing this anymore. So take that leap of faith, go after your dreams, and I'm going to share with you guys some of the interviews that I conducted. So here we go. Okay, so I'm walking into Walmart because I want to ask a few people if they enjoy their jobs, basically, and if they have a dream job and what's keeping them from pursuing their dream job. So let's go. What's keeping you from pursuing your dream job?
My license suspended.
Your license suspended. Girl, you better work that out. Is that the only thing?
Yeah.
That is? Do you see yourself working towards getting that license situation? All right. All right, you better go ahead and pursue that job. Take that leap of faith, girl, and go after your dreams. You gonna do it?
Yeah.
You promise?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm doing it now.
People weren't really trying to fool with me in Walmart like that, so I decided to conduct some private interviews, and we're going to take a look at those. So enjoy.
What's up, everyone? It's OC Stroud Melva. I'm here with Toni Talks.
Hey YouTube, it's Taniya. Some of you guys may know me as Charmaine. Some of you probably have seen me on Instagram under Styles by Maine or The Main Reason. I have both. Today I'll be doing an interview with Toni from Toni and Terence. So if you guys are watching, go ahead and subscribe to that podcast. It's on Apple Music. It's called Toni and Terence. I promise you, it is hands down one of the best podcasts I've ever listened to, and it's very entertaining. So go ahead and do that. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview.
Hi everyone, I'm April, and today I'm interviewing with Toni Talks, and I will be telling you guys a little bit about my story and my testimony, how I took the leap of faith to follow my dreams and go for what I want.
What is my current occupation? I actually have two. So I work at a police department. I don't want to say which one, but I am a records clerk. And then my second job, I actually work at Capri Beauty Salon here in Fayetteville.
I'm currently a career advisor with NC Works Career Center here in Cumberland County, which in better terms, as most people remember, the unemployment office.
I can honestly say that I would much rather be at the hair salon.
Working now as a career advisor was never my dream job. My dream job, I would say, I wanted to be a game warden with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service.
I've definitely settled for a job that I did not think fit my personality, fit my everyday plan on where I wanted to go in life or what I wanted to do. And a lot of the times my reason for staying at those particular jobs was complacency and basically, you know, just becoming so comfortable with what I was doing that I was afraid to do anything else. I was afraid that I was going to fail if I interviewed for another job or I was going to get rejected. So just me being comfortable with my position where I was, you know, I was just like, it's okay, I'm making money, so suck it up, you'll get over it.
I'm going to say that one of the only reasons I do have my job as a clerk is because finding benefits when you're not working with the company or agency is very expensive. It's very hard to do because a lot of insurance companies only break deals with companies. So, you know, my health insurance, my dental, my vision, all of that stuff, is like, I don't miss paying for it because it's so little out of my check every month. So I'm really only there for the benefits, if I want to be completely honest.
I have settled for some jobs because I know I had bills to pay. I would say, I'm only 25. I graduated with my bachelor's in 2015, have my master's. I've done probably about every job you probably think of, and I really haven't found that job that I really wanted because I know it's not my dream job.
With the money that I was making, some of the friends that I have made within the employees, just allowing that to just kind of take over my life and being afraid to take that step, that's what made me want to stay. Is like, I already knew what I was going to get in a paycheck. It matched with my bills, you know, just everyday stuff. I was just like, you know, it's scary to kind of sort of do something without not knowing what's going to happen next.
I can say that having the benefits of my job does make it a harder decision to leave my job. Because this is what I went to school for. I went to school for criminal justice. And so when you get your degree and things like that and you go to school for so long, it's like, ooh, I need to find a career in my job. I mean, in my field of study. And then you get that job thinking that that's what you really wanted to do, and it's not.
Our generation, I would say, we kind of set our bar low for what we want and not go after to what we want to achieve. Sometimes you really have to take that job that you know that you really don't want, because we were so big enough to say, hey, I want to be grown. But now we get grown, PWC, Piedmont Natural Gas, all those bills are coming in every month, and you be like, dang, well, I really have to get in the workforce and work. But I mean, our generation, we just have to really go after that goal that we want instead of stop settling for what can be.
I think that past generations compared to our generation stuck with jobs that they really didn't want because of the era that they did grow up in. When I think about stuff like that, I think about my grandparents. Like, they weren't afforded a lot of the education that our parents were or that we were, and so they had no choice but to work jobs that they didn't really want, but they know they needed to support for their family.
I believe that some people are afraid to go after what they want in a job because they're afraid that, for one, they might step on somebody's toes. That's another thing that I kind of experienced at my last job, was having these wonderful and creative, innovative ideas and then getting shot down. So that's another thing that people tend to allow to set them back, is, you know, like, maybe my voice won't matter or my opinion at that job. And also, you know, just being afraid, like I said, of rejection. A lot of us do not have that resilience. It's hard to get back up and try again after you fall so many times.
I would say sometimes we settle for what's given to us in a job, or we go for that interview because, one, we wasn't taught to what to go in there and ask for. But two, you may also think, well, if I go in there and ask for this, I just talk myself out of that job. But at the same time, you must understand what you're worthy and what your work ethic can speak about you that can back of what you're asking. So sometimes we sell ourselves short when we shouldn't be because we're just afraid to ask for what we want.
I just feel like our generation has grown to overcome our limitations.
I absolutely would quit my current job to pursue my dream job if I had the opportunity to do so.
If I absolutely hated it, I would quit. If there ever comes a point where I can leave that job and know that I won't have any problems when I leave that job and I can pursue my dream job full time with just no issues, then I would definitely leave.
No, I do not consider it crazy. If you asked me maybe a month or two ago, I would say yes, you're losing your mind. So you're going to be broke. You're going to be homeless. Like, what are you thinking? But now, this day and this time, it's not crazy at all, because if you take that leap of faith and if you have a spirituality or a religion, You know, for me, God. So what I did every day, I prayed. I said, God, I know you got me. I know you're not going to leave me. I know you're not going to forsake me. I know you're going to help me to progress and be successful and be financially stable. I know that you're not going to let me be without. And I literally said that every day from the day I quit that job until the day I found another one with so many blessings in it. And just being able to have faith. Faith is the number one thing to me that matters when you're going for any dream, any job, any career that you want to start on your own. You have to have faith. You have to have something to believe in. If you don't have something to believe in, then how are you going to be able to, you know, encourage yourself to accomplish those goals or even take that leap of faith?
No job is really perfect, but I wouldn't say it's crazy just to quit a job and pursue a dream job. Sometimes you just have to take that leap of faith and just hope for the best. But sometimes I would also recommend that you take baby steps and starting working into what you want to do, but kind of have that still that 9 to 5, that job that you know that is there to fall back on, and just instead of just saying, hey, I'm done, I don't want this, because you still want to make sure that you have that plan B.
I don't know how strong you guys' faith is, but let me tell you about my faith, okay? Me and God, boy, we got this relationship, right? And I had realized that every time I had gotten to a point in my job where I absolutely hated it, I was very uncomfortable. I just woke up hoping. I woke up on a Monday wishing it was Friday. You know what I mean? And it's like every time I got to that point where if I just saw an ant crawl, I would quit. Somehow, a door opened, and I was given a new job with better benefits, better pay. It's like I felt like I was almost down to nothing and had absolutely nothing. And then I was favored. So if I ever felt like I had gotten to that point, yes, I would quit, because I knew I wouldn't have anything else to worry about.
Sometimes taking that leap of faith is a good thing for just physical and mentally health, but also day and age now, as way technology is, employers like to see stability. So you just got to think of the long run and what you really want to do. And sometimes we want to make jobs a career, when sometimes that job is really not a career, it's just a stepping stone.
So basically, I was working for a company for about 2.5 years, and I started off at the company not knowing anything about what they do and, you know, how that job is supposed to go. I was clueless. And it took me a while to kind of get into the groove of things. And with doing that, I progressed very quickly. I was the youngest and the quickest to actually get a management position within that 2.5 years. And over those years, there were some good times, but there were definitely some bad that outweighed the good. And I just decided to choose myself over the job. So the first year at the job, you know, I had gotten to a few challenging predicaments with some of the management, some of the staff. And, you know, I pushed it to the side. I let it go because I, you know, loved what I did. I loved the customers, and I didn't want to leave them hanging. And if you notice in all those sentences, I was saying but all of those actions that I was taking was not pertaining to myself. So within the second year of working there, and then a few months after, I decided to, you know, take that leap and do what I love to do and do what makes me happy, rather than conforming every day to what somebody else wants me to do. And that was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my entire life. So I encourage you guys to do the same. I would walk in the building and it was dreadful. Like, I would walk in the building and be like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen today? Or I'm ready to go home and I haven't even clocked in yet. So that right there to me is like, those were definitely red flags. I have faced many obstacles, but I will say this: every time that I get close to doubting myself or ready, you know, to give up on myself, something always pulls through the next day. So granted, I have obstacles and there are trials and, you know, things that you may go through when you take that leap of faith. Like I said, if you keep that faith, then you know that you will not be without. And that's how I've been feeling lately. Like, you know, there have been some days where I've been down and like, you know, before I got my new job, there have been days where I've been down and I was just like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Why did I quit that job? And then I thought about it. You know what? Like, I wake up every day smiling. I'm happy. Like, it's just, it literally feels like a weight being lifted off of your shoulders. And just for that feeling to be mentally and emotionally happy and healthy, I know that I made the right decision. And so every day that I have those obstacles, I just think about that in turn, and it, you know, completely knocks them out of the window.
If I could tell anybody else today about following their dreams or following anything better than what they have, I say go for it, because you never know what's out there in the world to pursue. You never know what you like until you've done it. There are so many other opportunities afforded to us at this time. It's like, why not? Just go ahead and do it, especially if you don't have children. You have the freedom to do a lot of things, and it's access to places and things now are so much easier than what they used to be.
Some advice I would give to someone that wanted to follow their dreams or just quit their job, I would say sometimes we have to take that leap of faith just for the betterment of ourselves. Sometimes you won't know if you're going to fail or fall over until you take that leap of faith. So I would say never settle for the impossible. Always go after for what you want.
I say whenever you have a dream or you have aspirations, go for it. Don't wait on anybody. Don't let anybody tell you different, because then you'll be sitting at home singing the I shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
So some encouraging words I would give, make sure you find your passion. And within finding your passion, that's all you're going to want to do. And so that right there is going to be another step or way of encouragement for you to quit that 9-to-5 job, for you to actually go out and be happy instead of being sad. You know what I'm saying? So for me, finding your passion. 2, like I said, always have faith. Keep faith in yourself. Keep faith in your spirituality or your religion. You know, just make sure that you're always doing what makes you happy at the end of the day, because you have to live with that. You're in your mind mentally, no one else. So keep faith. Do what makes you happy. Take that jump, that big jump, take that leap, and, you know, get out there and go for it. If you don't go for it, how do you know that you're going to be the next best actress if you don't go for that interview or audition? How do you know that you're going to be the next best Beyonce if you don't get out and try to record your first song? Take that leap and go for it. You only know that you're good at something if you actually try.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who allowed me to sit down with them and interview them for this video, my second video on my YouTube channel. Yeah, so thank you so much, OC, Charmaine, April, the random lady that I interviewed in Walmart, the random lady that I interviewed on the street. Just thank you, because you made this all possible, you know what I'm saying? I just really thank you, and I thank you for sharing your opinions, your thoughts and opinions about, you know, what I've done for myself, as well as sharing some of your personal stories. I really appreciate that, because I know I'm not the only one out here who feels stuck, but you're not stuck. We have a choice. We have options. That's the power of having options, because this generation, we're not settling for less than what we deserve. And I applaud my generation, because we're not doing nothing that we don't want to do. It's so many people starting side businesses, starting their own business, and it's just amazing. I am just honored to be a part of this generation. Yes, the older generation might call us crazy sometimes, but I really admire how we go after what we want, and we're not settling for anything less. And I'm determined to be one of those people. I'm not settling for anything less than what I deserve. I'm going after my dreams, and I'm going to reach for the stars. I'm going to shoot for the stars. And once I get there, I'm going to go beyond that because it's so much more beyond the stars, and I want to experience all of it. So that's the end of this YouTube video. Hopefully I'll be uploading another one soon. It's just kind of random how I upload, but do be sure to continue to follow me on this journey because it will definitely be a journey, a different type of journey, one that I'm not quite used to, one that doesn't have much structure, much planning, but I'm just going with the flow. And I hope you join me, you follow after me, and jump off that cliff and go after your dreams because I did. See ya. Fear can't go where I'm headed. I'm leaving you behind. A vision painted so clearly I would be a fool to ignore the signs. I'm on my way to the cliff. I'm gonna jump. Don't try to save me. I'll find my way back up. I'll fly. Maybe not at first, but trust me, I will. That thing called life I've been dying to feel. Come on and join me. Set yourself free. Live your best life. Come on. Follow me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel.